So you've got the idea, you've got the passion, and you are so ready to leave that 9 to 5 behind. But there's that one number, right? The one that's holding you back, the one that feels completely impossible to figure out. Well, today, we're going to solve that. This is the question, isn't it? It's the one that has you scrolling through articles at 2 in the morning. You know you need some kind of safety net, but what does that even look like? Is it 10,000, 50,000, 100? It's this paralyzing uncertainty that keeps so many great ideas stuck on the back burner. And here's the honest truth. You're probably waiting for some magic savings number that just doesn't exist. But you know what does exist? A formula. A practical, step-by-step method that's going to give you the exact clarity you need to finally move forward. Okay, so to get there, we need to completely throw out the old idea of just a savings goal. Instead, we're going to start using the same concept that pilots and venture capitalists use to make sure a launch is successful. It's called your financial runway. This analogy is a total game changer. Seriously, think about a plane on a runway. It needs a very specific amount of space to get enough speed for takeoff, right? If it's too short, well, it never even gets off the ground. Your startup is that plane, and your savings? That's the runway. It's not just a pile of cash, it's the distance you have to become airborne. And this right here is the critical shift in your mindset. You've got to stop thinking in dollars and start thinking in time. Your runway isn't really about how much money you have. It's about how many months you have before your business absolutely needs to support you. That's the real metric for survival. So, how do we actually calculate the length of your runway? Well, it all comes down to two very specific numbers that are going to give you the clarity and the concrete goal you've been looking for. On one hand, you have your survival number. Think of this as your absolute bare minimum, lights on, ramen noodles for dinner safety net. And on the other hand, you have this smart entrepreneur number. Now, this is your strategic goal, the number that lets you build with confidence and creativity, not out of desperation. Okay, let's start with the survival number. First, I want you to list out every single essential personal expense. We're talking rent, groceries, utilities, any debt payments. Let's just use an example. Say it all adds up to $3,000 a month. Now, multiply that by 6. So why 6 months? Well, it's pretty much the accepted minimum buffer that gives you a realistic window to get some traction without immediately starting to panic. So in our example, that gives you $18,000. This is it. This is your minimum safety runway. It's the amount that lets you survive for 6 full months without earning a single dollar from your new business. This is your floor. But hey, survival is just the starting line, right? The smart entrepreneur number is where you actually plan to win. So we take that $3,000 in personal costs, and now we add your business essentials. Software, a marketing budget, health insurance. Let's say that's another $1,000, bringing your total monthly burn to $4,000. And now we extend that runway out to 9 months. This gives you a much healthier buffer for all those unexpected delays and opportunities that always pop up. And that brings us to $36,000. Just look at the difference. $18,000 is survival mode, $36,000 is strategy mode. It's the difference between just trying to stay afloat and actually having the time and the resources to build something great. This isn't just about math. It's about psychology. Most people don't fail because they run out of money. They quit because they run out of nerve. The panic starts to set in. Your runway isn't just financial, it's a psychological cushion. And if the honest answer to this question is no, then you're just not ready yet. Now, that runway number, both the financial one and the psychological one, is hugely influenced by the type of business you're launching. The costs can be wildly different, so let's break that down for a second. This table really makes the differences crystal clear. If you have a service business, you're basically selling your time, so your startup costs are super low. You might only need a 3 to 6 month runway. E-commerce, though, that involves physical products, so you're going to need capital for inventory and marketing, which pushes your runway to more like 6 to 9 months. And a brick-and-mortar store? Oh boy. With rent, staff, build-outs, you're looking at a massive investment and a runway of 9 to 12 months, maybe even more. And seeing it like this, as a bar chart, really drives home the scale of these differences. It's incredible. The leap from a service business to a physical store isn't just a step, it's a massive jump in how much cash you need. Knowing where your idea fits in is absolutely critical to calculating your number. Okay, I know, seeing a number like $36,000 might feel a little daunting, But what if you didn't have to save all of it before you quit? What if you could build your runway while the plane is still on the ground? Well, there is a smarter, much safer way to make this transition. This is the hybrid exit plan, and it's a real game changer. Step 1, you build your business on nights and weekends while you're still employed. Your paycheck becomes your first investor. Step 2, you grow that side income until it replaces a meaningful chunk of your salary, let's say 30%. Step 3, you use your main income to save up that strategic runway we talked about. And finally, step 4, you quit. But see, now you're not jumping off a cliff. You're just stepping across a bridge that you've already spent months building. You're leaving from a position of strength, not a position of fear. So, we've replaced the myth of some magic number with a concrete formula. You've seen exactly how to calculate your survival runway and your strategic runway. So really, the only question left is the one that actually matters. Take a second, do the math. What is your number?